There we go, guys. Got it up in the red, playing as the Orcs. Of course, a very, very famous player playing for World Elite back in the day. It's Fly100%. And his opponent sticking to the human race. I think this has to be mentioned by now. For the Lao Pao Esports Club, it's Fortitude. So, what can we expect here on Concealed Hill?
I think more of the same than like what we saw from their first series. Every single game looked somewhat identical. Usually the main question is whether we see rifle play from the human or double sanctum. And we've been seeing quite a bit of rifle play actually. But usually, or at least every game that they played in the previous series was always Archmage Mountain King against Farseer TC every single time. And Fly yet again favoring the very quick tech here with the single Farseer opener for harassment.
Yeah, that seemed to be set in stone for him at the moment. That seems to be his build, and that also tells me that he doesn't think his tactics were necessarily wrong, but rather the execution, and that he's confident that he can fix that now.
Yeah, I think he's right to be confident. I think he should be a favorite if he's just able to not completely mess up with the heroes. There was some weird mistakes here, almost as if he had ping. Like sometimes the Stormbolt would land where he's supposed to dodge it with the invuln. And even one single mistake like this at this level can cost you a game. So just fix that. Do more of the same to what he did in the previous series. Other than that, it's a war mill here actually behind this. And no barracks just yet. It's supposed to start that. Okay, I was like, are we going to see some sort of weird double bestiary? I don't think so. That would be very ambitious. Especially since Fortitude scouted at that exact time as well, he would have known.
Yeah, how much time can he buy with these wolves? There's no tower. Wolves run in, but Militia is there already, building a little wall, and that should be a safe peasant. Oh, no,
Ooh.
gets the kill.
Yeah. Not just that, he forces a lot of Militia. Look at the wood of Fortitude. He needs 210 in order to tech. It's gonna take him forever to get that now, because of these wolves. So that's definitely something nice achieved by Fly here. Fortitude gets the experience from that spider crab, and gets the tome as well.
Yeah, that peasant was the only experience for Fly so far. And the claws of attack definitely helpful, especially against the kind of squishy wolves. So Fly's tech obviously a lot faster now.
Are under attack.
That's 3/4 of attack.
Yeah. It's going to be a very quick Torrent Chieftain started. He's playing the Headhunter style, of course. So he can go into a creeping mode here a little bit. I wonder if he's going to expand and how fast. But usually you follow this up with a Lodge as well. And when you play the Headhunter style, there is a chance you can try and go for tier 3 play as well. I just don't know if that's necessarily what Fly might aim for, but we've seen some Orcs in Europe playing that. Even, yeah, Kiwikaki was one of the initial guys that was doing that a lot of the time with tier 3, trying to go into torrents. Grubby's been doing that very successfully as well in Europe. Almost makes it look like it's very, very hard to beat by a lot of good European humans.
Okay, we see 3 creep spots at the same time for Fortitude. Trying the upper left kobolds, creeping the bottom right kobolds, and taking out the turtles.
You get the deny, he gets it. Wow, that's big actually, because that really keeps this Farseer low on experience. And the struggle is going to be real to even just get level 2 here for this Farseer.
Wow,
Yeah, the Headhunters just have been staying home up to this point.
Yeah, there's not much map control for sure, and Fortitude seemingly punishing this. There is a Lodge coming, there's a TC, now a Bestiary as well, so no quick tier 3 transition like it would be a little bit more Kiwikaki style.
Great blocks. Great blocks against the Archmage. Oh my god, if he hadn't done that, I think the Archmage could have summoned the Water Elemental and maybe killed the Lodge. So that was huge that he stood in the way like this with the Headhunters, making it very hard to summon the Water Elementals inside. I do think that Lodge should finish if he gets on top of this Water Elemental and kills it. That's the main damage that can really threaten that. He blocks the Footman away with the Wolf! Oh my god, Fly, that was amazing. The Footmen were going to step in. There is a chance he might have lost the Lodge here, or at least taken a lot of damage on it and then lost it. But Fly is on point here.
That was so quick. Not only the blocks, but also immediately the peons go into the burrow to have that piercing damage. I'm impressed by both players, actually. They are certainly bringing their A game.
Yeah, and now the Torn Shift and Creeping will begin. Still having to defend against those Water Elementals. As soon as the first Shaman comes out here, it's going to be so much easier with Purge working in his favor.
400 HP. Dispel. Damage is gone for now. Here's the Purge, but it's a little too late. And with that, the burrow falls. That maybe could have been prevented. A Footman is falling, but that doesn't matter at all. Level 2 for the Farseer now. And Fly is trading a little bit now.
Yeah, but he's killing quite a few units here. Look, he's going to kill at least one more Footman. He's got a Kodo behind this. Archmage trying to die for the Headhunter. Gets it with one shot and then will be able to get out. But that Mountain King's so delayed. And it's just a standard double Sanctum style here by Fortitude. And obviously, as soon as the Mountain King's out, he's going to want to look to power creep that. That Footman did not want to live much longer here.
Nope. But it's just Footman, right? It's, I mean, of course, against Headhunters, you might want to hold on to them for defend, but I don't think he has the lumber for defend anyway. So it's a good trade. Buys time, delays the 50 supply of Fly by a lot.
And he's going to close that almost. Ooh, it's a slippery ogre sometimes. Yeah, the wolves last long enough for him to block that properly. So he's going to be able to get an item here. And there's potential for a lot of good ones. We saw how Cactar's Pipe helped Lin a lot in one of his games against Sok. He's going to find Django. That's a proper feels bad, and he's going to go and sell it immediately since he already has the Torn Shift in with the Aura.
Fortitude's Archmage is like a pendulum. Into the base, out of the base, into the base, out of the base, and more damage here, forcing more repair. He won't get this burrow here. He doesn't have enough mana for like triple Water Elemental. But all that repair force, keeping him low on lumber. He has the Adept upgrade already. But still, this is not what you want. Of course, force to respawn always.
Yeah, Fortitude is playing that triple priest into breaker style that we saw so many times from Infi recently, with which he's been very successful against Orc. And yeah, you just get dispelled pretty quickly to deal with balls better. Whoa, the Archmage! The Archmage!
Stomp?
Where's the stomp? You don't even need a stomp. He just surrounds it without a stomp.
Or
nor a Purge.
Okay, action-packed game here on Concealed Hill, that's for sure. Double Kodo now. Fly is expecting early breakers and is getting ready for it as well.
Fly's like, get out of here and don't come back. You want to stay down.
There's Wyvern coming, and not only one, but two.
Yeah, it can be really nice to add against that style because you're purging away the Water Elementals, which are the main thing that would help against Wyverns. And there is no rifles. So then you force the human to go into an aviary, start adding Dragon Hawks, but you can still counter that with Raiders, with some proper target fire. And you can just stop making Wyverns as well if you want to. But he is getting the second one. And Fortitude has no idea.
And Fly finds Flute of Accuracy. For Wyvern, for Headhunter, for Kodo, for the Farseer. This is such an amazing item now.
Even for Shamans, even though technically they're not the DPS units.
Exactly. On the other side, though, we got a quick Mountain King 3.
Yeah, and it's going to be all about those claps here. Can the Mountain King move in? Oh, Fly just stomped at the fountain.
Okay, maybe you felt a little angry, you know, relieve some pressure. Just stomp once, making use of that mana regen, huh?
Flies, it seems like he's out-creeping Fortitude quite a bit so far. Even though Archmage got level 3. Yeah, the item in the middle was already grabbed, so even though you finish that for the experience here as Fortitude... Wait, does he want to expand, or was that Militia just to help? Because usually expanding on 50 here is very standard for human, but in this game I don't know if it would be a good idea, because Orc hasn't expanded himself. Upkeep was broken, by the way, by Fly. He's already on 57, obviously those units, they're about to come out, but as soon as they get there, he's going to have a big supply lead. He intercepts a priest and kills it. Yeah. And since there is no anti-air at all, I think Fortitude is going to have to get out of this fight. He has no town portal.
Uh-oh.
Can't run away.
He has a lot of items. Maybe he can hold on, but that stomp was massive. Trying to get rid of these priests and the wyvern. They are doing such a phenomenal job. Can he keep this TC alive? Looks like it has an info pod, has a heal scroll. Hero focus, name of the game, but the Kodos, they are hungry. They ate one of the breakers. I think these expansion plans can be cancelled. Another end snare leads to another kill.
Oh, some big clap is gonna land here. Fly looking to try and win this fight and maybe pay a visit to the fountain to heal back up. Mount Hacking running out of mana. He's got the mana potion. Torn Chieftain is low. That's in part what cost him the previous series. He doesn't dodge the Stormbolt with the invuln here.
There's no follow-up.
For now.
There's no follow-up this time. And the priests, they run into this army once again. Piercing damage racks them. And with another end snare, or maybe good wyvern movement. Exactly. He gets that kill as well. Level 4 on the Farseer. TC survives. Expo plans cancelled.
Yeah, and this is looking pretty bad now for Fortitude. 43 supply. He's like, I don't even want to go Dragonhawks because he has Raiders and Headhunters. So I really need to counter those wyverns somehow. So I'm going to go for a Blacksmith. I don't know if it's for rifles or flying machines. I think flying machines probably would be better, but he has to get a whole workshop, then start making flying machines. And do you even want to get flak cannons for 2 wyverns? Probably not. So Fortitude in a really bad spot now. Especially at this stage in the game where the fountains have been cleared. It's so easy for Fly to go there and heal for free.
Yep. And he's claiming the high ground now. The concealed hill belongs to him soon. Overseer goes down, a little bit more tankiness for this TC as he might be a target. That's not too bad. He has more mana, can't reach at the moment, but Fortitude turns around. He's 12 supply down. Is that a moment to pick a fight?
No, I don't think Fortitude should be fighting, but he must be getting desperate, feeling like he needs to make something happen right now. The Torn Chieftain target could be one of the way. He's finally pulling back here correctly, his Fly. He does have a Town Portal that he can transfer, he has a Healing Scroll, and most importantly, that big invuln.
The illusions are gone as well. Fly is starting to lose some units, but level 4 on that TC now for the level 2 aura makes chasing even easier as it was before. He's just trading better at this point, losing more and more militia. And if he wanted to go into some other units and build other buildings, that's not the time for it now, down to 40 supply.
Yeah, Fly is feeling so confident here. He smells blood in the water. He's pressing forward. Mount Hacking has a Clarity active. That's going to be cancelled out. And no amount of claps, or at least the ones that he can get now, is going to help Fortitude here, even inside of this base. He's trying to go for the Wyverns here with the Water Elemental, but that will get purged. The police is coming in from behind. Healing Scroll is used. Remember that Fly can TP out if things get too dicey. He still has the invuln as well, and he's killing a lot now. Mount Hacking under assault.
Yeah, the police getting tasered, man. This lightning shield brought in a lot of AoE damage, and this MK has no items anymore. Can't go for the shop. GG, Fly takes map 1.
Sick game by Fly. Dude! The build interesting, the headhunters, and how many orcs have fallen to Fortitude getting level 3, attacking the base, getting the cancels, killing the burrows, oh, the headaches, the orcs start crying. But the headhunter block into the wolf block, into the next wolf block, freaking insane early, and then the creep route in the mid game, the fighting in the late, the controlling of the TC, the purges, the end snares, the speed scrolls. Fly is just amazing. Amazing. Completely outplayed Fortitude in that game.
Yeah, the Headhunter blocks were insane, and then the wolf blocking the footman away was also really, really cool. One of the coolest things I've seen in a while. So Fly is really showing up today, and he wants that spot in the round of 8.
I don't know. It feels like Remo's in love again.
Dude, it hasn't stopped. Come on. You know I'm a faithful guy.
Remo
stick to my boy.
He falls in love every day when he sees good plays.
A faithful guy. I feel like in every region you have like your little love affair going on. In Europe it's Blade and Happy, actually.
Yeah, and I stick to them.
You're like these businessmen having one chick in every city. Talking about faithful. Anyway, it's not looking good for Fortitude. It felt like Fly had a lot of answers, and the patented Fortitude early aggression didn't pay off.
It was kind of similar in their first match, though. Fly played really well on Northern Isles and won kind of convincingly, but then Fortitude came back. You know, new map, new chances. Perhaps he has some time to adjust and play a better map 2 and 3.
And Fortitude actually used a lot of rifles in their first series. This time around, he played entirely different, so it might maybe be good to go back to that.
Concealed Hill, by the way, was Fortitude's pick, so we're going on to Amazonia next. As we are awaiting the invites from the admins, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, in Amazonia, the first time that they played, there was rifles. And it was really, again, the hero targets that did very well for Fortitude. He also found a flute, obviously. Like,
so sick.
I feel like when you find a flute and you're going rifle, you're just like in heaven momentarily. It's like, yes, that's what it's all about.
Okay. We are ready. Fly is ready. Fortitude is known to always take a moment more. Maybe resetting the mind, but here we go. The G, go, spam out of Fortitude. And that might be his last map in the tournament after looking damn strong in the previous games. He was a little overwhelmed here. And how fast can he adjust? How fast can he find solutions? And at first, of course, analyze what went wrong. Okay, there we go. Fly still third best orc in the world. Fortitude was the third best human for a while, for a long while actually, but has fallen off, as we said. This was not his year for sure. A win here, a top 8 DreamHack performance would boost that, maybe also boost the confidence again, which can be really important. But let's see how Amazonia goes. In the upper right in the red for the orc. Could be the third orc, as Todd mentioned. He has played for World Elite, Mousesports, and Rogue Warriors. He's been everywhere. It's Fly. And his opponent facing elimination for the Lao Pao Esports Club. It's Fortitude. So, Amazonia, match points for Fly, but a very, very different map.
Yeah, curious to see if Fortitude will go back to rifles here. It can be better. There's some camps that are harder to creep if you're going cast. It's just harder to creep if you're going for a lot of casters and breakers. It's maybe the better army to fight, especially against the Torrent Chieftain and Stomp, because breakers are magic immune, but yeah, creeping can be very tricky. Like the Expo has Granite Golems, and Fly is opening similarly here. No barracks. It seems to really like that opener. And at this point, it's becoming very predictable.
So how could you possibly punish this?
If Fortitude would go for that Firelord's quick tower rush, I think it would be very good against this, because then you make the towers, above where the main building is. And the burrow is like way too low to help defend against it, so it almost would be a build all a loss, I think, for Fly. But Fortitude does not want to take the risk. He wants to play a lot more standards. He does need to make sure that he techs pretty quickly. I think last game, even though he moved out and started creeping on the map, he might have been better after he creeps in the start to stay near his main base, so that when the wolves come in, he doesn't have to use militia. Because remember, his tech was delayed quite a bit by this, because he has to use so many militia to defend against the first few wolves.
Alright, he's not going for the lightning shield creep. He's not getting level 2. Fly is. He is putting pressure onto Fortitude immediately. Not giving him any time to get into this game. We've got a ring of protection for Fortitude, and now Fly is right in his face.
Fortitude, all you had to do was get a cat. You would have found the claws.
Feels like we're onto a new meme. Your team messaged you, by the way. Did you see that on Twitter?
Oh my god. Oh, the fast here. Ooh, didn't even try. Cloak of Shadows and Ring of Protection. As much as Flute means that you're in heaven, this means that you're in hell right now, if you find these two.
Yeah, the cloak can have its moments, but damage. I love damage as well. So wolves again in the base. This is very reminiscent of what we've seen on Concealed Hill, but nothing to be killed here, despite there not being an arcane. This just forced militia time, and a lot of militia time again.
Yeah. It's super annoying, but that's the counter to a human trying to move out a little too early against this, and that's what this Farseer opener is designed for. You stay on the human, you don't let them creep, or like you obviously you slow them down creeping because you can't really completely stop them. But Fortitude is moving out. He has a very low hit points presence. He doesn't even leave any extra footmen at home, by the way. Like he could just move out with 3 foot, leave the rest at home. So those walls, they're just gonna keep on coming in. It's not gonna stop. The Farseer is gonna look to try and get maybe some last hits to steal some experience. And Fortitude is not dealing with these walls very, very well right now.
Ooh, last hit here for Fly. This one goes to Fortitude. He's bringing in the Headhunters. It sometimes feels like Fortitude, in his mind, he has to go for the tier 2 aggression against the upcoming tier 2 buildings and burrows. It's just a necessity for him. He seems a little obsessed with this. Sometimes maybe a little bit too much.
Archmage is almost 3 though. This is a little scary, I think, for Fly. Fortitude obviously doesn't have much wood, so he hasn't researched defend, which against, if he wants to do a push against burrows and headhunters, would be ideal. But yeah, he was gonna go and try and steal maybe some of the small camps near Fly's base, but then realizes, well, there's too many headhunters now. It's gonna be hard without defense, so he pulls back. But if you look at Fly's base, that Torrent Chieftain timing is so early thanks to his fast take. The Spirit Lodge is gonna finish pretty easily no matter what. And I like Fly's position already in this game.
Yeah, I agree. No headhunters killed. They are with the army now. Tier 2 is about to finish for Fortitude, but what can he really do without the level 2 water elementals? He can maybe steal, this little green one here for level 3, but it's kind of easy to predict when you don't see the Farseer out on the map. And this is starting to be a little dangerous as the TC comes in.
Oh, the steal. Oh, he's not there actually. Nice Cloak of Shadows actually helping here, but a Stomp would reveal that Archmage. I think he's gonna go for it. You don't even need to scan. Oh, what? He's gonna force the Town Portal though. The next one should be a Town Portal force. Oh my god. This Archmage is trying to escape.
If he stomps him before the TP, he could be dead, but Fortitude calculating this well. Some damage on the Headhunters, but still no level 3, even though he got closer.
Yeah, and now the creeping is going to be super easy for Fly with his style. Like, he has wolves that he can tank with. The Headhunter is going to do a ton of damage. He mixed in that one single grunt as well, which we've seen more and more orcs start doing. Bestiary was the follow-up as well, so he's going to be able to start doing into raiders. We saw how important the Skodos were last game. He could eat so many of those breakers, and also this added the aura that did very well for him. And Mount Tanking still not out as Torrent Chieftain starts leveling now.
But compared to game 1, we do get rifles. That's a blacksmith far in the back. So piercing damage on and casters on both sides. TC close to 2. But yeah, he's desperately waiting for that little dwarf.
Torrent Chieftain going for another one of those easier camps here. Not quite ready for the Goblin Merchant just yet. We'll go for that shop after. And we have Sanctum on the way, but I mean, the wood economy of Fortitude is so terrible this game because of the amount of peasants that he lost, even though I think he might have replaced maybe 1 or 2. Everything that he needed to get here is like so wood heavy.
Yeah, he still needs to get long rifles, I guess. If not, this makes it super easy for the TC to engage into them. And Fly has a super nice game on the right-hand side of the map. Getting his casters damage dealers together, getting very close to level 3, possibly a big item. Last time he was lucky with the flute. Let's see what he gets now. Chain Lightning kind of missing, but he's getting it here as well. Kodo Beast to boost the damage. And Lion Horn, also good.
Very decent. I mean, the higher you go in supply, the better it is too, because it affects every unit nearby with a little bit of extra armor. And by a little bit, I mean 2, which is a pretty big number.
Okay, Fortitude mostly has footmen. They will be disabled very soon. Maybe you wanted to go for the mercenary campers. They are good for creeping, but that's already gone. Stomp number 1, and immediately using that Devour. That's the second one, not using it on the water mental speed. Scroll here, aiming for another hero maybe. Fly, smelling blood in the water. There we go. That's quite some units lost for Fly as well. Here comes the police, and again they're getting tasered.
Fortitude has no army. Like, he just started getting his first few casters. He's being very impatient here. Maybe he's bothered by the way game number 1 went, and he doesn't really know what to do right now. He just feels like he's too behind, so he's getting desperate and he's going in, which is the worst thing that he could have done. He needs to be leveling that Mountain King. Now a rifle was eaten by that one Kodo. Fly absolutely smashed this human army, killed a bunch of peasants, and Fortitude is just going to be infinitely behind. He has so much gold, but he's struggling to spend it because it took him forever to finally reach tier 2, get that Sanctum, and he's in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, silver lining, all the shaman are dead, so Fly definitely needs to replace that for Purge. Otherwise, the Archmage might be could become very powerful. But I don't see any shaman. He's kind of moving out of them.
Yeah, he has just a single one. To be honest, he doesn't need that many against this army. It's not like he needs like a lot of dispel. There's no slow anyway. It's just about killing that 1 or 2 water elementals, which this one shaman should be fine with. Fly went home, he bought a mana potion, he sees this Mountain King level 2 only, and he's like, I'm gonna put you out of your misery and go to the round of 8s. You were successful the first match against me, but not this time. And honestly, watching this series right now, it's like, how did Fortitude beat Fly the first time that they met? Like, they're looking in to be in a completely different category right now up there.
Yeah, it's 2 players that their shape definitely varies from day to day. And in the winner bracket semifinal, Fortitude was really good. Fly had some mistakes, but Fly is the one that improved so much. Fly is the one not really 100% stopping the mistakes, but a lot less mistakes than in the first round match. Let's see how this goes here. Level 4 TC, still invul, still mana, Well of Illusion stolen. Okay, he's getting that.
A gift.
A little bit. 8 supply lead still. Good vision for Fly as well.
And against a rifle-heavy army, these stomps are gonna be insane. The TC is trying to get to the center of everything, gets stumbled, and I'm surprised Fly hasn't really dodged any of these. Kodos coming in, they're hungry. Where's that human buffet at? It's all you can eat today.
Absolutely. Good stomp, disabling both heroes. Mana potion not used. And what about these stomachs? Almost all filled. One Kodo gets taken out. That was a good one. Of course, easier to take out these Kodos with the rifles, and maybe Fly is doing a mistake of going so Kodo heavy. Stormbolt again not dodged.
He needs to be careful here. I think he might... Actually, yeah, he can dodge the next one with the invuln. There is a mana potion on Mountain King. Okay, it finally dodged. He saved it for that. Fortitude will give up the chase, and now he has a choice. What does he try and creep while he knows that Fly is going to be on the other side and healing? Maybe the Granites might be a little bit too ambitious, so he's just going to go for the safe Goblin Merchant. Invuln, we saw, is so key in this matchup and on this map. I think that's what he's going to grab here. Or maybe a scroll as well. But no, actually, he didn't buy it.
I think it was a little bit of a bug. Yeah. The vendor doesn't want to give him here. Okay, goes for the scroll.
He gets the scroll. Okay, he's dead.
He has a big healing.
You need an invuln so bad. We saw that so many times. Like,
yeah, Sok and Lin were fighting big time for it, and we get invisibility on that TC, so the first stomp might come in as a surprise, and he knows that this red spot is happening. Oh, don't reveal the Raider too early.
I'm thinking not even level 3. That's such a problem, and that first stomp is going to land, and immediately after, Fly is going to be looking to move on to the round of 8s. Momentarily, if he can win that big fight here. Rifles finally get +1 attack. There is a good amount of dispels available on this priest.
The TC got the invul, the lightning shield, the stomp! Oh boy! Dispel, okay, he's trying his best, but the army for Fly is spread out. The clap can't affect too much. Stormbolt again, trying to take out this TC. Lightning shield once more, stomp once more. This is absolute perfect, as good as it gets. If he keeps his TC alive with an invul, there's more mana. He even has a potion. He's constantly stomping this entire army.
Yeah, the Archmage is the one that's carrying the mana potion for some reason. Mountain King completely out of mana. Fly at an invuln. And he's crushing through this army. And there's not really any peasants that you can call into militia here. And now that the scroll has already been used, he's going on the chase here because that mana potion finally kicked in. Torrent Chieftain coming back in, but maybe TP transfer from Fly, come in one last time with a TC then TP, but if he loses his Torrent Chieftain, he might let Fortitude back into this game. Fly is struggling a little bit here.
There's a heal scroll. He might be forced to pop, but of course he's waiting for these big claps to use it to full effect. Is there an invul ready? Yes, there is. Does he have the gold? Yes, he does. Not picking it up, though. Giving it to the Mountain King. Giving Fortitude a chance to come back again.
Oh my god, that Kodo. 11 hit points. There's a rifle inside. He would have freed that if he got that before the town polo finished. And Fortitude is now going for the red camp. I cannot believe he kited his way out of this one. If he just stood there, he would have lost the fight really hard. But he said, you know what? Every time you send the Torn Chieftain in, I'm going to target that down. And eventually I'm going to out-kite you. Found his way back all the way to his shop. And he's still in this. I thought that was going to be the last fight here.
Cloak of Flames goes very well together with the clap. More AoE than you already have. Fly's looking for more, though. Is it too early? He doesn't have a mana potion this time. TC is still at 60%.
Oh, finally he gets the invuln.
MK, right? He looks good now. Mana potion.
That is one big orc army.
60
But you know what? The bigger they are, the harder they get clapped.
Very wise. One priest for free. That's level 4. That's level 2 chain lightning.
Torn Chieftain gets stone bolted. He went for that very early, actually. It's really like Fortitude is putting so much emphasis on trying to chase this Torn Chieftain out of the fight, putting him in danger at all times. This time we don't have an invuln from Fly. Those claps, they need to hurt, and they need to hurt now. Fly on the chase. Again, a stone bolt on the Torn Chieftain, but he ran out at max range from where he cannot be attacked anymore by those rifles. Fly finally understanding how to move better against this Mountain King, which is very low now.
Oh, TC. This time there was a follow-up, but yeah, okay, that was kind of weird, that stomp. Not his last mana, though. If this Mountain King falls, Fortitude falls.
And this wasn't a stomp, he was dancing the haka to tell him to get out of the game. Fortitude tried to pull back. There's still the invuln. He's gonna pop that, maybe synergize it with the clarity here in a second. Fly still has so much left over. 57 supply against 37. Mountain King gets level 4. Where's the mana potion? Torn Chieftain is so low, he has a heal scroll, but no invuln anymore. And Fly is overrunning this human inside of his base now. The police will rejoin this fight to try and save the day for Fortitude.
It's an absolute thunderstorm that Fortitude is facing. Just lightning shield everywhere. TC focus, though. If that goes through, there's a chance. Heal scroll last second saves him. That's the last consumable. Everything storming onto that big cow. But the cow is safe for now. The police is getting wiped out. But Fortitude is still in this. For how long? 21 supply. He doesn't want to give this up. He doesn't want to leave DreamHack Summer. But elimination is close. Archmage gets one more potion, but might be out of stock.
And the fact that he can't go inside his wall is a big problem here. Running down to the last 2 forces. He's trying one last time to go for the Torrent Chieftain. And the Mountain King dies. Fortitude is eliminated.
3 orcs in the top